There are cars that don't need any kind of introduction. We're simply talking about history. It's been the top-selling sedan in the United States and globally for 8 straight years. They're doing this for around 180 countries. So today Toyota is updating its top seller, the 2026, which comes in several editions. Today I'm focusing on the Woodlands Off-Road, the version I'd buy like most and fits me best. I'll review the others later, when they're brought to me or I'm invited to more events. More squared, more serious, fully electrified, no gasoline-only versions will offer hybrid and plug-in options. And for anyone who doubts the recreational activity vehicle force cornering, we'll have a Gazoo Racing version, fully developed with Toyota's Gazoo Racing team's support. Let's find out now if the Legend gets updated or if the competition finally smells blood. This is for those who want a vehicle that does almost everything. Family, several dogs, trips to Costco, off-roading, and your mother-in-law in the trunk. Whatever you want, this vehicle can do it all. And the most important thing is that it's for a wallet like yours, which only demands a very realistic fuel consumption. And this car gives you that. So take advantage of this moment and look at what exclusive place I'm showing this car in, which is super exclusive because it's totally making a comeback. Subscribe and turn on the bell to get notified whenever I post a video. You get around 52 miles per gallon when fully electrified. It has several versions to choose from. This is one of them, so take advantage and subscribe. Thank you. A Toyota finally left behind what they call the round shapes at home. We have a completely black front. This camera, which they call the dash cam, can record everything that's happening. We have lights. Rigid is pretty square. It now has the presence of an off-road car. The other versions are not like this one. I was talking and saying that if I have to choose one, this would be the one I choose because it suits me better. I like that they removed the shine. It has a good height and isn't a massive truck you'd take everywhere. No, this is a recreational activity vehicle. But it gives you the option to come and get in here in the middle of Arizona for a break. It's about doing things like what I'm doing today. Here we have a car that is 100% electrified no matter which version you choose. We have the hybrid, which is the one I have here right now. 2.5 liters, 4 cylinders. We have a small electric motor that gives us 226 horsepower if it's front wheel drive only. With all-wheel drive, it reaches 236 horsepower and an estimated 44 miles per gallon. The plug-in version gives us 52 miles per gallon, 320 horsepower, and 324 pound-feet of torque. With all-wheel drive and multiple Gazoo Racing versions available, I chose to use the Woodlands version for now. One key point, it has a continuously variable transmission. Here are all the people from Japan, including what they call the brain of the recreational activity vehicle, 4 who developed this car completely well. I asked, do Latin people fear the continuously variable transmission? Do I fear the continuously variable transmission? So, many people hear the word continuously variable transmission and immediately feel a sense of distrust. And they do it for a reason, because there was a really bad history behind all the CVTs for many years. But what's happening now? Toyota reinvented the continuously variable transmission. It's an electronic, continuously variable transmission. It doesn't have a belt, it doesn't have pulleys. It has a system called the planetary gear. This combines the combustion engine and the electric motor, and it does so in a continuous way. So in other words, this doesn't simulate gear shifts, it creates the shifts instantly. The result is a much more linear torque and delivery. You won't feel the odd gaps or boredom you experienced with a continuously variable transmission before. A more natural drive, especially when you're going uphill or on dirt roads. The trail mode, which manages the transmission and traction, is to prevent a wheel from bouncing and spinning on gravel, for example. Everything happening under you now at the wheel feels much more connected than before. And you don't get the delay you usually expect from a hybrid, like when entering or leaving a highway. And in this case, this transmission works and adapts to the environment, never against it. From the side, the car still has its boxy look, though the front is newly redesigned. We offer 17, 18, and 20-inch wheels for the top trim. This is the 18-inch model, and all our wheels are all-terrain. Roof rails that are pretty sturdy, and the sunroof that only opens halfway. Here we have a camera, because this has a really good bird's eye view. Remember, this car is made for coming to the roads. It has the option to view both sides. The front camera, it's super equipped with cameras now that they're really well integrated. Black pillars, just like the fenders, which they took the shine off to give it a sportier look. The handles are all black and it feels very solid when opened. This car will appeal to those who want this but don't want to spend much. Who knows, maybe more money on a car like a Bronco. You can take it to the countryside easily since it's well prepared for that. The rail is quite long. And I like everything they did with the light catcher at the bottom, which they've kept a lot. Black color. It's 8.5 inches tall. To avoid rocks and other obstacles. In the back, this folds down 60-40 for flat cargo space. I like that these removable mats fit the car well and are easy to take off and put back on. Because if you take it into the mud and get everything dirty by putting dirty things back here, you won't be able to keep that part clean, right? Easy to put up and easy to lower, 60-40. When you sit back here, the same mats stay on the floor. Here's a cup holder for 2 glasses. The sunroof covers only the front, but headroom is good. Pockets, air conditioning vent, USB ports. Speakers are in the doors, using the same material front and back with a nice design. This isn't leather, of course, but they've kept the design with the lines. This orange color that we have in the front has been kept as accents in some places. Here in the back. Back here we have the same cover as we have behind the rear seats. Lifting it up reveals a full-size spare wheel, which I like since many cars now exclude them. People are used to repair kits and run flat tires, but here there's an actual spare wheel for emergencies, which matters. Even more important is that there's a 1500 watt outlet here on the inside. You can plug in whatever you want there, because 1500 watts is a lot. You can plug in a fridge, phone, computer, charge batteries, do whatever you want. That gives you that option. Well, I like that it's set up this way. When you lay everything out, the space is large. There's a cover for thieves at the back. The great flexibility is that since we have a more robust suspension, a higher profile on this truck is what allows you to take it out. It's not taller than the others, it's the wheel size. This is the one that gives you an extra inch of height. And when you look at it from a distance, you say, is this one bigger than all the others? No, it's not bigger than all of them. We're only talking about the tires, which give you that extra inch of height and make it look so impressive from the side. We don't have prices yet. That's going to come a little later. I'll give you more details about that. I've sat in the recreational activity vehicle for Woodlands Edition before, but this is my first time driving it. Of all the cars here, I knew I had to try this one first. Because if not, it's too much content to do all at once. If there are 3 or 4 models, that's 3 or 4 videos to show each one. From what I saw, I loved that you can easily remove and reattach this entire cover. It's very well designed, making the process simple. The upholstery is called Softec. It's water resistant and bar resistant. We have the floor mats and the wall weather cargo protector, which is here in this version, which is the Woodland version. It has a 1500 watt, 120 volt power outlet. Cargo area. You can plug in a compressor, a refrigerator, camping tools. It's very well equipped for all that. We have 5 USB ports, heated steering wheel, adjustable seats, lots of materials that are super easy to clean. I like it. Like we have here, for example, the drive modes. Here they created 4 buttons. Here we have for normal roads and snow, electric only mode, and drive modes that we have here. Eco Sport, I'll switch to sport mode. The 12.6-inch dashboard is here along with this central cluster. Toyota, what Toyota did here was fix everything that needed to be fixed from the recreational activity vehicle, for which we're replacing here with this one. And they told us at the presentation to touch everything because of the better materials and overall feel. It feels super smooth. I've never felt this in a Toyota car before. And the top part is no longer hard plastic. Why is that? Because this is an insert in here made of foam that's covered, which is very well thought out. There's a lot less of what they call shiny plastic, the kind that stands out. This feeling was intentionally created to endure. You have the material, this Softec, and the one called XSE, another Sudette, and you also have that one. You can especially find it in the Gazoo Racing Sport. In the Gazoo Racing Sport, the premium touch it has is a pretty sporty touch. The material, called brick knob, is perforated with Gazoo racing logos and unique features. Steering wheels are covered in black Sudette style material and feature a mineral unique to this Woodland I'm driving, which also adds panels that are soft touch. Wherever we have red and orange accents, on the seats here, especially behind me. You can see it here. The central cluster I have in front of me is 12.3. The infotainment I have here is 10.5, but it goes up to 12.9. It depends on which recreational activity vehicle 4 model you pick. This is the only one I choose. I'm being honest, okay? Because you can also customize all of this to your liking. This screen is customized. A lot of controls have been here for a long time. Well equipped with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both wireless types. The phones have 2 chargers here at the same time. What are they? I really like that. The JBL sound system has 9 speakers and an optional hands-on display in some versions. I don't have it here. In this version, which is the Woodland version, I have the voice assistant is fast. Hey Toyota, there's the assistant. You can use the cameras to record events inside. It has an integrated dash cam and all that without ugly cables. Everything came factory integrated right here inside. In the trunk, we have 37.6 cubic feet with the seats up. With the seats down, we have 69.8 cubic feet. Basically, the recreational activity vehicle 4 now has utility for anything you want. I like that I have a more pronounced, bigger lever here, because there are versions that have that really tiny one that's drive-by-wire, and I don't like it when it's like that. For example, I'm saying this would be the one I would choose, the one I like the most. 45-watt USB ports on each side and the previously mentioned camera. I have hill descent control and more controls here on this right side to turn off the stability control. What happens if I shift left? I can use manual mode, but I won't leave it there. I like things to be easy. The visibility here at the center console, when the sun was shining on it, I realized I pressed it a little. It comes equipped with Toyota Safety Sense 4.0. They call that the invisible hands that are taking care of you. Assistance, are they all updated? Better stopping performance, smoother, better everything. I have the 3D panoramic view to maneuver. All this is included for your peace of mind with a great competition package. This already includes all the entry-level packages we could add for you. The L and extra large models give you a lot of balance, a lot of comfort. It's more family oriented. The Sport model, which is the Sport Edition X, Sport Edition, and GL Sport. This last one has the plug-in hybrid version. There, the suspension changes a little bit. There, the steering changes a little bit. Because the Gazoo Racing team from Toyota helped a lot with the development of this car. And the Woodland, which also comes as a plug-in, has all-wheel drive and has 20-inch wheels. And all the materials and all the rubber mat packages so you can wash it easily. Since it's the Woodland version, you'll be taking it off-road. This car realistically has a combined fuel consumption of about 44 miles per gallon. If you use the all-wheel drive version, it decreases a bit more, and if you charge it at home. In the plug-in version, we're talking about being able to get 20 to 40 miles a day, just in electric mode. That's not bad at all. The left side of the steering wheel has controls for hands-free driving assistance and adaptive cruise control. I have a lot of control over the central cluster here. I have it, as you know, I set it to sport mode. It accelerates pretty well, although let me double check that I'm still in sport mode. When you accelerate it, it speeds up quickly. But I could use a little more punch, a little more power. It wouldn't be bad at all for my personal taste, right? Like I said, I think they'll sell a lot of these. This will directly compete with the Honda CR-V, Mazda CX-50 and Hyundai Tucson. With the Kia Sportage, with the Kia Sportage, with the Nissan Rogue, the Kia Sportage, with the Subaru Forester, it's going to compete with the Tiguan, with the Chevy Equinox, with the Bronco Sport, with the Mitsubishi Outlander. Each has its own formula, okay? The Tiguan for space and feel, the Bronco Sport, the personality for the trails, the Outlander. You know it's plug-in, it's about thinking and analyzing. Always consider your wallet, okay? But when I mention all this to you, I know that the people who watch me are very concerned about what's called resale value, okay? Consumption. The service network, reliability, design, and technology of the recreational activity vehicle 4 once again make it the reasonable default for your investment. Take that into account as well. From what I can see, this is the first time I'm driving it. I feel a better touch inside with everything I touch. It doesn't matter if I touch up here or down there. Everything has changed. I have more technology than Toyota. Technology always seems to come a bit smoother, right? Yeah, there's a lot less mechanical noise because that's where the hybrid takes over a lot, as we're experiencing right now, right? Because the sound insulation in the hybrid is different. Another thing is that it also has thermal coverage. I'll explain why. An engineer just explained that to me. Your body emits electrical waves that can interfere with this car's electronics. Is there a cover in here? Isn't it special for separating your body's casual electronics from the car's electronics? They added it. They had it there to talk about the subject, and I got really interested. I have a sunroof here that goes halfway forward, and I liked what they did. I'll tell you the truth. I have a 2019 at home, which is the one we bought for my mom. I'd gladly trade in that one with only 25,000 miles for one of these new ones, okay? If you want a version with a bit more dynamic character, well, there's the Gazoo Racing Sport, which is also pretty good. I really like the dash cam, which is integrated because it has what they call driver recording, okay? It has a 36,000 mile warranty, and the hybrid components have an 8-year warranty. The battery has a 10-year warranty because people always ask me about the battery. So when it comes to everything they're offering us here on the inside, I really like what they've done with the new recreational activity vehicle. For right now, I'm going to have the chance to take it off-road, and I'm going to take it to do the test. Now I'll do what's called the off-road area. We just put it in trail mode, in road mode, and we're going to walk here for 10 or 15 minutes on the dirt to see a little bit of the capabilities it offers us. Okay, I have a prepared terrain in front of me. I haven't made changes and will keep it mostly as it is. It's to see now how it works. Here, let's go here quite a bit. Okay, we just activated the descent control. It's not something very extreme, but just to start feeling a little bit of the sensation of going down with it. Remember, we're not in a four-wheel drive or anything like that. We're in the recreational activity vehicle 4. So to feel everything they've added as options to come to this kind of and move forward. Thank you. Here we see that we have the camera set up again to see the sides, to see the bottom part. Well, as you can see there in the drone image, we're going up. It's not the toughest path, but it does have a slight incline and some holes. But it's going really well. It hasn't slipped at any moment, absolutely. Nothing. That's the descent control I've activated. I'm not using the brake. This recreational activity vehicle for 2026 isn't making a 180-degree turn. Let's be clear. It's a fine adjustment where things like design, presence, and the interior cabin really mattered, and they've done that quite well. The arrival of this version is a new option they give us to take it off-road. That's important. Did you used to consider more whether to take a recreational activity vehicle for off-road? I drive many things and live between airplanes, cameras, and suitcases, so I value a car that truly works and is functional. Now it works great and feels like the best seller it's always been.